League of Legends is a video game that stretches the definition of legend very widely, from the creator and god of the universe to this armadillo.
Okay.
But what if I told you that in-game, not only was this random turtle a million times greater than this literal cosmic dragon, but so were this child, this street performer, this random rat, and pretty much everyone else in the game. This was Aurelion Sol about a week ago, existing with a pick rate lower than the Twitter stock prices after Elon drops a tweet. But like every other rework Riot seems to release, he has descended from Asgard into the mortal plane and arrived as a literal god, melting champions faster than you can press the dodge button, which, for the first time, is actually pretty fitting. Asol's new passive turns him into yet another stacking champion, who will absolutely beat you to death with sheer numbers alone. As Asol damages his enemies, he gains stacks of Stardust, which eventually make each of his other abilities more broken than the brains of the Riot balance team. Just kidding, that's not possible. His Q makes him spit on people. Yeah, that's it, but it's pretty broken. This ability not only deals magic damage as it hits its enemies, but also does max health damage for each second that an enemy is hit by it, meaning that if you're a tank...
Rock solid.
No, you're not. This max health damage scales with his Stardust stacks, making getting hit late game by this ability the equivalent of standing in the middle of a highway, with each car passing by getting progressively larger and faster while you break your legs and become slower, while also being lit on fire. So of course, your first instinct will be to run, which would be a great strategy if you could actually outrun him. His W allows him to fly across the map over any walls in his way. While he's flying, he can also use his other abilities, including his Q, which not only allows him to damage you while he's chasing you, but because he gains bonus damage while using this ability, he actually does more damage while he's chasing you. Upon killing an enemy with this ability, it resets, basically meaning if he kills you, now he gets a free trip out. Or even worse, God forbid, anyone else was around you, because now he's probably chasing after them. Like his Q, gaining Stardust stacks on this ability also makes it stronger. In this case, it increases his flight range to what feels like the entire goddamn map, not only making him a faster 100-meter sprinter than you, but also a cross-country Olympian. If all this didn't make it hard enough for you to escape Aurelion already, his E creates a black hole wherever the damn hell he pleases, dealing overtime magic damage and pulling enemies into the center, where enemies under a certain threshold of maximum health will be executed. Any minions or monsters that die inside of his E give him additional stacks of Stardust, giving him the ability to stack even if you're not there. Now, as if the scaling on his stacks for his last two ability weren't enough, this one becomes better in not just one, but two ways. Not only does the size of the black hole become bigger the more Stardust he has, but so does the execution threshold in the center, meaning not only will it be even harder to get away, but if you don't, you will die even faster. My god. At this point, Aurelion might as well be dropping literal stars on people. Oh wait. Aurelion Sol's ultimate allows him to drop a literal star onto people, dealing a ton of magic damage, stunning everyone it hits, and granting him 5 stacks of his passive for every champion it lands on, giving him free reign not only to use the rest of his abilities on you now, but also the rest of his abilities are even stronger. But wait! Like the rest of his abilities, Aurelion's ultimate also becomes stronger by collecting Stardust. For every 75 stacks of Stardust he gains from using his ability, Aurelion Sol's ultimate ascends into Big Mode. In this form, his ultimate deals more damage, his stun becomes a knockup, and it releases a massive shockwave that covers half the map. So even if he missed you, no he didn't. Now he's probably coming for you because it also slows you while revealing your location to the entire enemy team. Fighting Aurelion Sol is a lot like arguing with your boss. He'll pull you into your office, he'll chase after you if you try to leave, and he'll kill you with his coffee breath. Because remember, Aurelion Sol also shortens to Asol.